main idea is another topic that is often difficult for some people to understand, to get, and when they have to apply it to their reading, a lot of times they're excellent at giving a topic, but can't really flesh through all the details to come up with the main idea. So when I meet with groups of students, I initially introduce them this anchor chart, and I say main idea is the point of the story, and I've created a little reminder, and I call it POTS. And I go through how it's P-O-T-S. And what we do is I typically start with this pot of soup, and I explain to him, like, yes, my drawing is horrible, but this is a pot of soup, and it's over the fire, and it's cooking. And what could possibly be in this pot of soup? A lot of times I'll start off with an empty pot and have the students help me fill the pot, or sometimes I already have it filled and I have them identify the types of vegetables that could be in this, or even just the type of ingredients that are in this. So for this one, I have, let's see, there's broccoli, there are carrots, there is celery, there are some noodles here. There is broth. And that's pretty much it that's in this pot of soup. And as I tell them, we need to come up with the main idea or the point of this soup. That we're not going to say, hey, can I have some of the broccoli, carrot, celery, noodle broth soup? We wouldn't say it like that. We would take some of these ingredients or some of these details and combine them together to come up with a generalized or main idea. So one way that we could group this, and pretty much the best way that we could group this soup, is by taking all these ingredients right here, or these details right here, and saying these are veggies. All right, and then we have noodles, and noodles and broth, they don't really fit together. Those details or ingredients don't really fit as one. So once we've kind of categorized and lumped together all of the ingredients or all of the details, we try to come up with a really good name for this soup. And the name that most frequently is come up with is vegetable noodle soup or veggie noodle soup, depending on. Now, I then link this strategy of taking these ingredients from the soup and connect it to the text. I say, this is exactly the same thing that we need to do when we're reading. We have all these details, all these ingredients in a story that we're reading, and what we have to do is we have to group them together to figure out what is the point of the story. We don't walk around calling this soup broccoli, carrot, celery, noodle broth soup, just as the same as we wouldn't go around saying the main idea of a text is every single detail that we think is important. We're going to generalize it and come up with a simple statement. Again, this is just simply how I introduce main idea to children who may have struggled with the concept in the past or are currently struggling with the concept.